Greetings! I am Hafizi, the hypnotist, damnator of dreams, master of mind and memory. Your minds are mine to mold. Your world, a looking glass I hold. For my second trick, stare into the eyes of the mystical green owl, sacred to Athena and Mictlantecuhtli. You are forgetting my first trick. All you will remember of my act will be my introduction, followed by this, my second trick. You will not remember ever having remembered my first trick. You will remember having never remembered my first trick. It has been scrubbed clean from your memory. For my first trick, stare into the eyes of the spider, the trickster Anansi, weaver of Indra's net. As the spider weaves her web, you will conceive, first in idle fancy, and at last in firm certainty, that I performed a trick which I referred to as my second, in which I made you forget about my first trick. You will not remember any first trick other than this that I am now performing, but you will remember a second trick, which you will believe completely illogically that I performed prior to this, my first trick. But as the spider creates, she also destroys, sucking out the vital juices from the inside. So shall you relinquish from within yourself all memory of how hypnotism is possible. You will forget my learned disquisition on the subject from the beginning of this show. In particular, you will forget everything you know about the concept of... You will even forget the word. Whenever somebody mentions that word to you, all you will hear is the nonsense sound. All you will feel is a remembrance of knowing that hypnotism is impossible. A sense that I am a charlatan, which will only push your memories further beyond retreat. For my next trick, stare into the visage of the pangolin. The pangolin is a tropical relative of the anteater and the armadillo, prized for its scales, which are reputed in folklore to have medicinal properties. The pangolin is arboreal, meaning it lives mostly in trees and feeds on fruits and insects. The next time somebody mentions a pangolin to you, you will remember that it is a tropical scaled relative of the anteater. You will think of me. For my final trick, that is my penultimate trick. Stare into the eyes of the tiger. You are forgetting Gina. You are forgetting Gina. The silhouette of Gina is effaced on the dark surface of your mind and grows indistinct. Weeds of ganglia grow over and around the Gina-shaped spot of vague gray matter, and then brief candles burn those weeds. None will carry out of this room any memory of Gina. You will sit for the remainder of this show, laughing at the parts that you find funny, as you please. And then the show will end and you will atomize, going your separate ways with no clue as to what you have all shared. No clue except for the memory of this trick, which you haven't forgotten the secrets of. We'll dismiss as mere words. Sometimes, perhaps, thoughts will come.
Upon the frayed, split ends of the neural chains that led to Gina, and you will feel a loneliness, an uncertainty, the sense that something is missing, and like an unscratchable itch on a phantom limb, you will long for Gina, but even in the longing you will be deceived, because Gina isn't even the right name. I am a busy hypnotist, dead lady of dreams. So call me if you want to make it a night to remember.
The next part of our evening involves a projection, so if everybody in the audience could make sure that they're able to see the projector. If you did, I guess it's really just you people. Can you all see the projector just fine? Oh, there's that ugly black mask. It's fine. You can all see it? Okay.
Okay, great. So, hi, my name is Victoria Jackson Hannon, and I'm a cognitive neuroscientist at Princeton University, studying visual cognition. And my fiance is Max Ritvoet, who's we've been working on a collaboration on vision and comedy, and we're really excited to be able to present some of our preliminary results here tonight. So, vision and comedy have been studied before, but really on a very theoretical level. You can take a person and put them in an fMRI scanner and look at their brain activity when they're watching slapstick comedy, but what about a more basic look at our visual world? What shapes are intrinsically funny? So by exposing subjects to thousands of visual stimuli, we were able to develop comically optimized representations of some of the most basic building blocks of the visual sphere. That's a joke that he insisted that I said, but I really just don't get why it's funny.
If there are blocks and it's in a visual sphere, it creates this like metaphysical mirth of blocks. Blocks can't make a sphere because of the edges.
I just don't get why it's funny. Anyway, that brings us to the first part of our talk tonight, where we're going to unveil new shapes, funnier shapes, and talk about what makes them funny.
Great, so that takes us to our first slide. Here you can see a humdrum circle, and with a little bit of comic optimization, the infinitely more dynamic Arensinoid plus dinghy. Here you see a triangle, just a triangle. Science can turn it into the much more amicable Tringus plus dinghy. It's a hilarious curvature there. Something is very compelling about that one. Here we see a quadrangle. This was a very difficult particular stimuli to work with. Quadrangles are sort of the most intrinsically not funny shapes. But after like rigorous scientific input, we came up with a dinghy, which is a lot funnier. So you're probably wondering, what are the secrets of funny shapes? We isolated all of these elements, and we managed to find one really salient feature across all of our optimized funny shapes, and that was the existence of dinghies. So you're now asking, what's a dinghy? Well, a dinghy is a handle that disrupts visual continuity for comic effect. That was actually the funniest part of the slide that you were looking at. Moving on. A line is actually also a dinghy. Since a dinghy disrupts visual continuity, a line actually is